As DBs, we train for perfection, especially in press man. But here's the truth that nobody wants to say. You can be perfect and still lose, because receivers get paid too. They get paid to beat your hands, beat your leverage, and win the release. So here's the real question. What happens when you do everything right and you still miss your press? Today we're going to break down that rep. The rep every DB fears. You miss with your hands, and now you have to survive the down. Great DBs win with 3 tools: eyes, feet, hands. When those 3 sync together, you win the first 5 yards. And the first 5 yards decides the next 10. But when one of those tools fail, the other 2 have to save you. So we have here press man tight split, a 2-way go. If you slip early, the offense has a full highway of grass to attack. One mistake becomes 6 real fast. At the snap, the DB takes a step with his outside foot while the receiver hesitates. The DB hops back to reset the line of scrimmage. Most DBs reset the line, but most of them don't understand the advantage it gives them. Resetting the line says this: you don't start this rep until you beat my new line, and now you're on my clock. Resetting the line of scrimmage does 4 things. Steals time from the receiver, disrupts the quarterback timing, forces the receiver to restart his entire release, and it gives you more leverage, more space to work with. You're not backing up, you're moving the battlefield. But if you are going to reset the line of scrimmage, you must do it correctly. Your feet must skim the turf or the grass and never float. Because if your feet leaves the ground and the receiver's speed releases, you can't redirect until you land. And while doing this, your base must stay tight, because naturally your feet is going to get wide and it's going to kill your transition. But if you keep your feet tight, you will allow yourself to move any direction quickly. This DB actually does this part clean. His reset puts him in position to match the receiver's movement and to shoot his hands on time. And this is why the first 5 yards matter and why I created DB vision. Most DBs lose right here because their eyes panic. They fall for shoulder fakes, head nods, even arm movements. Everything except the hips, the one thing that tells the truth. DB vision blocks the upper body so your eyes stay disciplined. Disciplined eyes, disciplined feet, which makes your hands arrive on time. Win the first 5 yards, or you will never win downfield. Now watch this. When the DB resets the line of scrimmage, he kicks 45, and his feet and his hands all tie together. Good technique. But the receiver goes wide, wider than the DB can reach. Not bad technique. The receiver just manipulated the angle. This is where most DBs panic. They chase the press, they lunge, they overextend, and that's how you get stacked. Once you get stacked, you are the passenger, but the DB doesn't panic. He makes the choice that saves the entire rep. Right after missing the punch, do not chase the receiver. Chasing equals getting stacked, equals dead. This DB takes one chase step, then plants, then gets vertical. Here's the recovery formula: 45-degree kick. If you miss with your hands, you plant, get vertical to the receiver's top shoulder. As a DB, when you get vertical, you cut off the fade lane. You stop the receiver from stacking you. It keeps you alive. It gives you a path to get yourself back in phase. Sideways movement loses. Vertical movement recovers. Because the DB climbed vertical, the receiver couldn't stack him. Freeze it here. From the quarterback's eyes, no clean fade window, no leading throw, no separation. So the quarterback is forced into the back shoulder, the only throw that is left. And the DB is patient. He doesn't look back until he's truly in phase. By the time the DB turns, the ball literally hits him in his back. That's not luck. It's what happens when your recovery erases every other option. Perfection is the standard, but perfection is rare. Receivers study your leverage. They widen your angles. They force mistakes. Your job isn't to be flawless as much as you want to be. Your job is to be ready after the flaw. Great DBs don't panic after they miss press. They recover with their feet. They recover with their discipline. They recover with their technique. Win the first 5 yards when you can. Survive the rep when you have to. Give yourself a chance to win every down. That's elite press man. That's how you stay on the field.